So we've been following this goofball, Chad Bianco, a sheriff in California who is running for California governor. He's very right-wing. He's very MAGA. He went and started seizing hundreds of thousands of ballots because he truly believed there was election fraud, or he was just trying to get favor or an endorsement from President Trump. And well, he didn't get that endorsement. Trump endorsed one of his Republican opponents, so that's just a little cherry on top to everything else we're about to read here. So we just got a treasure trove of new information on this whole situation from Democracy Docket. They lay out everything perfectly here. So I have some things highlighted that I want to go over and talk to you about. So let's jump into it. This is again from Democracy Docket. Search warrants show California ballot seizure echoed Fulton County election raid. In February, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco seized 650,000 ballots from the state's 2025 redistricting election, following reports of a large discrepancy between ballots cast and counted. The county registrar said the figure stems from anti-voting activists misunderstanding raw election data, and which is just what happened. Whether they genuinely misunderstood it or just chose to misunderstand it, hey, we'll probably never know. In March, Bianco announced the seizure and his intent to conduct a recount of the ballots, but how the sheriff legally justified taking the ballots remained unclear until Wednesday, when a judge ordered the search warrants unsealed. The three warrants, dated February 9th, February 23rd, and March 19th, showed that the Riverside County Sheriff's Department relied on fraud claims from Greg Langworthy, member of Riverside County Election Integrity Team, REIT, conservative activist group, to assert probable cause. REIT is a small volunteer-run group that has repeatedly raised claims of large discrepancies in ballot counts across multiple elections. And you want to know how many they were correct on their claims? Zero. Don't believe me? Look it up. The sheriff's department likely shouldn't have been able to obtain the warrants. Bianco's office did not appear to identify a specific individual who had allegedly committed a crime or provide facts suggesting a crime has been committed. So in other words, he just took the ballots because he thinks he can. Due to the time frame regarding the ballots being destroyed and the large discrepancy between the numbers from the REIT audit and the official count, I am requesting to seize and search the ballots from the 2025 special election. Sheriff's Department investigator Robert Castellanos wrote in the February 9th warrant. I believe that in doing so is the only way to prove or disprove fraud. The warrants also indicate that Bianco's office followed roughly the same script as the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, when it raided the main elections hub in Fulton County, Georgia, to seize election materials from the 2020 presidential race. Like in Riverside County, the FBI search warrant application showed that the raid was largely predicated on disinformation and debunked voter fraud claims pushed by private individuals since Trump's loss in the 2020 election, including some who now work in the administration. Critics have suggested that the affidavit also failed to establish probable cause. A little over a week after FBI's Fulton County warrant was signed and executed, Bianco was asking a judge to sign a very similar request. The 2024 warrant affidavit, which is quoted in full, describes allegations of voter fraud from Shelby Bunch and Yvette Anthony. Bunch is a member of REIT who reportedly served the Riverside County Board of Supervisors with a cease and desist order in a bid to stop the 2024 election. She's also listed as the Riverside County Chair and Senator of the New California State, a movement that advocates for inland and rural conservative parts of the state to secede from California. Yeah, this is the group that is making the allegations of election fraud. A bunch of crazy freaking Republicans who want to secede from California. Jesus Christ. Calls to Bunch's phone number went unanswered. Anthony, another conservative activist, died in 2024. Oh, damn. Rest in peace, though. In a lawsuit filed last month, Riverside County voters accused Bianco of violating a state law that prohibits ballots from being taken from the custody of election officials, even during a criminal investigation, which he didn't even initiate because he didn't accuse of anyone or anything of a crime. Riverside County Registrar of Voters Art Tinoco is also named as a defendant for facilitating the transfer of ballots into Bianco's custody without exhausting legal remedies against the warrants. Tinoco stated in court filings that his office arranged with the sheriff's office to seize the voted ballots, and the sheriff's office provided Tinoco with access to a live video feed of the location where the ballots were stored. That's insane. Tinoco said that on March 5th, his staff observed as sheriff's office personnel unsealed and counted 22 boxes of ballots. Wow. It's crazy. You can't just take your police goons into an election office, seize the ballots, and count them. It's crazy. This is just another instance on how we don't have law and order in this country. Shortly thereafter, the investigator left my office with the laptop containing access to the live feed, Tinoco stated. Only after handing and counting 12,000 ballots did the sheriff's office ask the court to appoint a special master to oversee the count in an effort to avoid any potential appearance of impropriety. Okay. Castellanos wrote in the March 19th warrant. The California Supreme Court ordered the sheriff to pause his investigation into the ballots Wednesday while it considers Bonta's petition demanding a permanent end to the probe. So let me get this straight. Everything that this guy did was illegal. It wasn't allowed to be done, but yet he is still a sheriff and he is still running for office and he is still not in jail. It just goes to show you how much law and order doesn't actually exist in this country. It just doesn't exist. If literally anyone else would have done that, they would be in jail right now. They would be in jail. It's insane to me. But anyways, this election fraud, this voter fraud, all of this freaking made up bullshit is so dangerous, and it's breaking the minds of so many people who are now advocating for laws that would make voting harder. It would make it cost money, and it would objectively, as stated by experts and analysts, there could be millions of people that would be disenfranchised from voting. And how many cases of voter fraud would this stop? I don't know. A couple dozen a year. Because when you look at any database tracking voter fraud, even from the Heritage Foundation, you're talking 1,600 cases over the course of 40 years. All right. It's insane. That's confirmed. I'm not talking about allegations and what Republicans say. Confirmed statistically, Heritage Foundation is Republican, by the way. They wrote Project 2025, but it's so dangerous. And I have to fight with people in my comments every freaking day that hey, we don't need to propose this legislation that's going to disenfranchise millions to solve a dozen people doing election fraud a year. And the other thing I haven't mentioned yet is that these cases are always discovered and these people are always prosecuted and those votes are not counted. It's crazy. If you want to set something up so we have more guidelines, I still say it's if there's a problem, don't fix it. But you can do things like automatic voter registration, getting your proof of citizenship documents free, more accessible, more efficient, and quick to do. But automatic voter registration is the most important thing here. But we don't see Republicans pushing for that, and I wonder why. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.